Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hello for the first time. My name is Ashley and I took a really long break from YouTube for a while. I had some stuff happen in my life, some of it good, some of it not so good. In a really great place now. Things have kind of settled, so I've decided to get back into filming YouTube videos because this is what I really love to do. And I've decided to also focus my channel on Sims videos. Before it was a little bit 7 Days to Die, a little bit The Sims. Now I'm just going to focus purely on The Sims because I've been playing this game since the very beginning and I absolutely adore it. So today I have decided to do a townie makeover. So we are sitting outside of Bob and Eliza Pancakes' house. This is honestly a family that I have never played with before. I know that sounds odd because they've been here since the beginning of The Sims 4, but I just always made my own Sims. Like, I don't know. I never really got into playing with the townie Sims. I always liked creating my own, especially since the options to do so are so there's so many options. So yeah. So a little bit of background on Bob and Eliza here. They are said to have been based on the newbie family from the very beginning. Their marriage is supposed to be not so great. Bob is supposed to be a little bit lax, not really motivated. He's kind of a slob. He's supposed to be the most boring person in the world. Eliza is the complete opposite. She has a lot of goals. She has things she wants to accomplish. I mean, if you even just check out her aspiration, she wants to have a mansion. She wants to have a big, expensive house. Bob wants to be a master chef, which is pretty cool. That's a huge aspiration, but it looks like Eliza's dreams are a little bit grander. So it's not really all that surprising that if she's this go-getter type and if she's very neat, very materialistic, a perfectionist, Bob is a loner, he's gloomy, he's a slob. Like, it's no surprise that they don't really jive very well. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of give them a makeover. I'm not going to change their physical appearance. I'm going to focus on hair, clothes, just like their overall style. And then I'm going to change their traits too and see if I can't just jazz them up a little bit. So let's get to it. Okay, here we are. So we're going to start with Bob. Pardon me going a little bit slow, looking through all of the hair, all of the clothes. I'm one of those players that when I start a sim, I play with them for a really long time. So I go through generations of them and their families, so I don't spend too much time and create a sim, if we're being honest. So it's been a while. I've gotten some new stuff packs and expansion packs since I've really gone through everything. So I do take my time a little bit just to see what is available, and I like to try a bunch of different things. I don't really have a style in mind for Bob. I feel like if he's supposed to be the most boring sim in the world, then it's probably not going to be too hard to make him a bit more interesting. So I just kind of wanted to go through here and see all of the options that were available. I have this vision in my head of making Eliza maybe a bit kind of like have like a boho style, I guess. I want her to be an artist, someone who's really creative. So I feel like if the two of them are going to jive a little bit better, then Bob kind of has to be that same type of person too. His style has to be a bit more interesting, a little bit creative, maybe a little eccentric. So I wanted to go through and really just kind of play with patterns, give him a more interesting hairstyle. I did go through the styled looks too for a couple of them just because I like them, but I don't really rely on them too terribly much. I like to kind of piece things together, but again, that's what kind of takes it a long time, is because I'm not all that familiar with everything that's there, because let's be honest, there's a lot of options. A lot of good options, but still a lot of options, and that's what makes it kind of hard. So yeah, you can see that I'm playing around with color a little bit more with Bob too. I don't want him to look drab. I want him to look like he's interesting and like maybe he puts some thought into his appearance. Sorry, there's a lot of traffic where I live. I live kind of in a city, so lots of big trucks going by every day. But anyway, yeah, so I wanted to play with color. I wanted to play with some interesting articles of clothing instead of just sticking to something like a t-shirt and jeans. So I tried to give him just a little like a zhuzh, you know what I mean? I did consider giving him like little flippies for a second. Like what are they called when you go diving? The flippers. You know what I mean? They go on your feet. Anyway. So this is also something that I don't typically do a lot when I'm creating a sim is I don't usually go through every single outfit choice. I just kind of stick to whatever my plan is for the sim. So like I'll do the everyday look, of course, because I feel like that's what they're going to wear the most often anyway, so that's what I'm going to see them in the most. I usually won't do multiples of it, I'll just do one. And then if I plan to have that sim do anything fancy, like if I know that they're going to get married and we're going to be planning a wedding, if I know that they're going to be a celebrity and they're going to be going to award shows, like I'll give them fancy attire. But other than that, I just kind of stick to the everyday outfit. Let me know if you're weird like me and don't really have time to be bothered with all of the different options, because you can always change them later, so I feel like it's not a big deal. So here we're going through the traits. I really like that with the home decorator, you can now give your Sims like likes and dislikes, and I really, really like that. I wish we weren't limited to 20. Some people may feel like that's a lot. I feel like it's not enough. I just want to choose all of the things, but either way, it's really cool and I like it. I want to change Bob from being gloomy, loner, and sloppy to being self-assured. I want him to be a perfectionist, and I want him to be good. Because I feel like Bob Pancake, he's a good guy, right? Like he's not terrible. All right, and now we have Eliza. So for her, like I said before, I kind of envisioned her being more like boho, more creative. I want to give her, this bright, fun colored hair. Like Bob, he has his eyebrow pierced. I want to give Eliza a nose piercing, so something more along the lines of like a septum ring. I know I'm a little bit ahead of myself here because we're playing with makeup, but that was just in my head. I have ADHD, so a lot of what I think just kind of comes out, and I tend to get ahead of myself a lot, so let me know if that's you too. Anyway, so for Eliza, since I had such a very specific vision of her in my mind, I feel like the options were just that much more great because you can go anywhere. You can do tank tops, you can do halter tops, baggy shirts, but I ultimately decided to go with this tie-off kind of big shirt with the skirt. And I really love the way that the skirt kind of like plays into her hair with those pinky tones. I know you can't really see her ears at all, but I will be giving her earrings. And then there's that septum ring that I was talking about before. I really think that it just, it makes her face better. Not that she's doesn't have a good face, but you know what I mean. Like I feel like it just fits her face. And then just like with Bob, I'm going to go through and I'm going to give her a different outfit for every occasion. So she's going to have everyday, formal, sporty, everything. I had a hard time finding an updo for her that wasn't straight with her hair being curly. But I mean, I guess just assume she straightens it and then puts it up. I don't know, but I wish there were more updo options for like big wavy hair. You can see that I'm kind of at a loss here trying to find a hairstyle that I like. I feel like I went through almost every updo hairstyle there was until I settled on this one, because I wanted it to be a lot different. Alright, so let's get into her formal outfit. I knew right away that I wanted something like that. That's why I didn't really stray from there. Like once I saw that one on her, I was like, oh my god, that looks so good, it looks like fire. And I loved it. So that was really easy to pick. And then for sporty and bedtime, and I think for swimwear, I don't spend a whole lot of time on it because I don't care that much. Honestly, like every day is more of a big deal for me. And I think it's also just easier to pick out those 3 areas because there's not as many options. So I have it in my head that she would be somebody who enjoys yoga. So I wanted her to have sports clothes that were really flowy. And something that she could really like bend and move in. And then pajamas or pajamas, just wanted to give her something comfortable that looks like loungewear. And then for the party look, I had a lot of fun with this because I feel like you're going to a party, you're going out, like you could do so many things with how you look. So I wanted her to have a fun hairstyle. I wanted her to have really interesting earrings that still kind of went along with her aesthetic. And then plus these feather earrings are like they've been my favorite ever since The Sims 4 came into existence. I really love all of these different artsy makeup looks too, but I feel like this one, just like with the dark eyeliner, really just like, I don't know, it like tied in with her hair and her earrings, and it just like, it felt artsy without being too over the top. So, and then I wanted to give her a more like neutral lip because her eyes were so dramatic. I had a lot of fun doing this makeover with Bob and Eliza. It's been a long time since I've done anything like this, and it's been a long time since I've done anything, but the last time I did a family makeover, it was the Goth family, and I enjoyed that, but I used a lot of custom content, and I'm sure that you've noticed by now, I don't have any custom content on there. I don't use it anymore. I prefer to build and do things without it. That way, I feel like there's more of an opportunity for people to enjoy my builds and everything that I put up on the gallery more to their like full potential, because there's not going to be a ton of missing items because there's no custom content. So I think I'm going to do with Bob and Eliza what I did with the Goth family. So not only did I give the Goth family a makeover on like an individual sim level, but I also went through and I completely renovated their house to be something a little bit more updated and modern and brighter. So I think I want to do that with Bob and Eliza's house because, like I said, I haven't really ever played with them, but just being in there briefly for this video, their house looks very drab. Everything is very white, it's very plain, it's very bland, so I think I'm going to continue the aesthetic, and I think I'm going to go ahead and renovate their house next. Let me know if that's something that you would be interested in. Of course, everything that I do will be up on the gallery under atypical_lotus. I'll also put the name in the description box so you can see it spelled out in case you forget. But all of the Sims that I create and all of the houses that I build and renovate will be up on the gallery. Everything that I build and renovate is also player tested, so I do go through with Sims and I just make sure that it is actually livable for Sims, because I feel like few things are more annoying than downloading a house from the gallery and you love it, it's amazing, and then you put Sims in it and you have to make a bunch of adjustments because the Sims can't maneuver or things can't be used properly or whatever. So I do try and test them out before I upload them. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry I rambled so much, it's been such a long time. Let me know what you think about this, what you think about renovating their house. Leave me some suggestions. I would love to hear what you think. And I hope I see you in the next one. Bye.